Hey YouTube, I hope you're having a blessed, wonderful day. Um, Today my message and what I want to say to you guys is that you guys are blessed. We all are blessed. And sometimes we forget because we focus on what's going wrong in our life. We're so focused on the distractions that's going on around us. And sometimes we lose sight of how blessed we truly are. You know, there's a lot of people out in this world that are praying for the things that you have, that you take for granted, like your eyes to see, your ears to hear, your smile, just to be able to smile, even if you don't have no teeth, just to be able to smile, just to be able to have a roof over your head, just to be able to get to and from, whether it's on the bus, whether it's on the bike, whether it's on the car, whether it's a car. We're blessed. We blessed, and we have so much to be thankful for. You know, it's someone right now that didn't make it. It's somebody right now that didn't make it. And we are stressed and we are upset because something went wrong at work. Or we're upset because somebody cut us off in line or in traffic. But when you start to focus on how good you got it in your life, and when you start to focus on all the positives and not focus so much on the negatives, you end up being more freer. You end up being more happy, more joyful, because you're so grateful for everything that God gives you. And God said you be grateful over the food, then He'll give you more. He'll give you lots and lots and lots more. And, you know, I thought at one point in time I used to worry about everything. You know, I think it was just a habit. I think, you know, I didn't trust God enough to know that He would provide, you know, and He proved Himself so many times when I didn't have anything. And when I didn't think that I would be able to get out of the situation, He proved to me that He was always there. He proved to me that He was going to pull me out. And He's the same God that pulled you out of the last situation. So if you're going through something now, just remind yourself of what He did in the past. Remind yourself of how far you have came. You may not be where you want to be, but just think about how far God has pulled you through, how far He has pulled you from. And you know, sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we're so caught up in the world and we're not living in the presence. Like, be grateful for the trees. Be grateful for the animals that are outside, the birds, and you know, just everything. We have to be more grateful. We have to realize how blessed we are, because we are so blessed. You know, as someone that's in a wheelchair right now, praying for legs to walk. And we take this stuff for granted because we assume, oh, you know, it's ours. No, God can take that from you. He can take whatever you have from you. He can take that job that you think you're such on a high and mighty pedestal. He can take that. He can take that vehicle. He can take anything. So don't ever get too prideful in what God has blessed you with. But we have to focus on how blessed we are. That's the message that I had on my spirit. This is what God wanted me to speak about. Focus on how blessed you are. You're blessed to be able to have a toilet to use the bathroom in. Wow. Oh, wow. You got a toilet to use the bathroom in. Your family's safe. Your child is safe. You know, as kids out here getting kidnapped and your child is doing good. Yeah, they may get on your nerves sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to be a mother. But guess what? It's somebody's child that just died as we speak. But God chose you to make it. You made it. You made it to this next second. You made it to this next minute. You made it. You that are watching this, you have made it. Wow, how blessed are you? How blessed are you? So I just want to, you know, motivate you guys or just inform you guys of, you know, how not to be so worried and, just focus on the good, because life is going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. But the thing with God is it may look like it's going wrong, but it's working for your good. It may look like it's not going to happen, but it's working for the good of you, for the better of you. And that's how great God is. He loves us that much. So I just want to encourage y'all and just let y'all know that focus on your blessings. Focus on the things that are going good in your life. And those things that are going bad will just seem so minuscule. Especially when you serve a mighty God that's going to change your situation. You serve a God that's going to give you your resources. He feeds the animals, he feeds the fish, he feeds the birds. Do you think he won't feed you? He loves you so much. You think he won't provide for you? And sometimes you may not even get your blessing because you don't believe you're going to get it. You don't believe that God is a God of power, and you don't believe that you're going to receive what you're asking for. So sometimes you miss out on that just by not believing. Just by not believing that God is going to pull you out of that situation. Just by not believing that you're going to get those resources to help you out of the situation. Just not by believing. Believing his word and believing that he's faithful and believing that he sees you. Even when you feel like he doesn't see you, he sees you. And that's what we have to remind ourselves. He has not forgotten about you. Don't ever think for a second that he's forgotten about you. But when you start thinking negative, remind yourself of the good that's around you. That's going to keep your head up high. When you start worrying, you deny the lies of you worrying. Deny the lies, because the enemy wants you to worry. Worrying is not a spirit of God. It's a spirit of the enemy. You can't be worried and trust God hand in hand. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You either going to believe and have faith, or you either going to worry about, oh my goodness, how am I going to get out of this situation? It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. You got to go all in for God. Because when you go all in for him, he'll go all in for you. And I thought I knew. Lord, I know of you. I know. But the closer you get to him, the more you get to know him, he starts to show himself in different ways that you never thought was possible. You start to feel his warmth, his love, more than you ever thought was possible. So when you start worrying and you start thinking negative, remind yourself of how blessed you are. It could be better, yeah, but it could be worse. Remind yourself of how far you came and how far you're going. You gotta claim and declare that even though your situation may look like you won't come out of it, you gotta declare and say, I am coming out of this. Because I serve a mighty God that will pull me out of this. I serve an awesome God that has already pulled me through it. That's already solved all my problems. Why are you so worried about your problems? You focus on God, focus on his word, focus on changing and living right and living in obedience. And you'll see. But be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful for every little thing. God will bless you with more if you show how much you're grateful for what you already have. You're asking for a bigger home. And you don't even appreciate that room that you're renting. You're asking for a better car and you don't even appreciate the car that you have or the bike that you have. You're asking, Lord, make me new. But you don't even appreciate who you are today. So continue changing, continue working for the better. This year is going to be better, but we have to stay focused and we have to focus on the good. That's what this year and years are to come about. Each and every day, fight for the good in your life. Fight for it. Fight for it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But you fight for the good because there is good. All right, y'all. I hope you have a blessed, a lovely, positive day. And I'll see you guys next time. And I really hope that you meditate on the blessings that you have and not focus on the things that are going wrong. All right.